once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am back again. I took a night off last night, at least from this channel. I ended up spending some time online anyway. And I'm excited to see what might today bring because, well, things are changing, brothers and sisters. Things are changing constantly in this life and in this realm, in this dream that we're all sharing. There's a constant pattern to the change. It's happening throughout us, around us, with us. Today, embrace Thursday with courage. Let each moment be a step forward, unshackled by fear and illuminated by possibility. Truly, let today be a part of your focus. Let today be a part of your purpose, with the knowing that a greater life can begin today. I am broadcasting from my humble and comfortable apartment here in West Baltimore, Maryland. I'm broadcasting from a place of peace, a place of being, right? Not so much worried or uptight, just here feeling good. And yes, the propaganda intro was started. Blessings to all of you. And I saw Miss Daisy was live earlier. And this, I want to give thanks to the Most High for a wonderful, beautiful day today. My brother, I certainly join you with that for sure. And blessings to all who are present, all who are here. I'm not sure what exactly today is going to bring, partly because I don't have a ton of agenda. I have in my heart and my mind the idea of what I want to do. But what I've been wanting to do has not been coming through for the past several years, it seems. And that's why we're still doing the things that we're doing. However, the past few days, the energies are shifting, things are changing, right? The world is showing more signs, and I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to what I see in the world. I'm paying attention to what I feel and sense within me. I totally took myself off. The winter here has not been too cold. I am finding peace. Peace is truly available for all of us under one condition. And I believe this is a true condition. I believe the peace is available for those who are willing to be humble. See, because the humble, one who is humble, lowers themselves, right? What's the right way to describe that? Might bring this up for group conversations in a bit, but the point I want to get at is the humble can be grateful for anything. And if you can be grateful for anything, then hello, everything can bring you joy. And if everything can bring you joy and you can be grateful for anything, then what would you have to fear? What would you have to worry about? I mean, because fear and worry is going to replace the time spent in gratitude and joy. So if you can humble yourself to be grateful for anything, you can be joyful with everything. And then you can do what you want because you need for nothing. And that's another part of the story that I was considering, how our worries and our fears are often related to these things that we feel that we need, right? Um, and our needs are really, those are guided by what we want. I mean, and so the whole practice of this life is to figure out, what do you want? And what you don't want, let go of it. But make sure what you want is what you think you want. What I want, what I think we all want, truly, we all want to feel at home. We all want to feel loved and accepted, cared for, trusted, appreciated. We all want that feeling of feeling, right? Like you feel that you matter, because you do matter, but not just that you matter, but you feel that you matter because others show you you feel that. It's what we're all looking for. All of us, it was said in the chat recently, and it's been said for years. We're all just walking each other home. Walking each other home to where the heart has always been, and the heart is always with God. God is the giver of life, the giver of wisdom, the giver of truth, the giver of love. God is the way. You know what? Blessings to all of you. 60 and 5 hours south of DC. And in Scotland, freezing. Here, I don't know how long I'm going to run today. It is Thursday. I plan on forwarding us over to someone else at 6 o'clock. So for those who do wish to join the conversations with Jack today, please feel free. The link is pinned. I don't have a hard topic, guidelines. So today I might be just, I don't know. Embrace Thursday with courage. If you have no fear, you have no courage. Courage is overcoming fear. Potentially. Certainly. There's truth in that thought. Can you have courage without fear, though? And I suppose the answer might not be. And that's, I guess, why the world does what we're doing. I don't know about anything. Hello, all. Happy Thursday. Hello. Where was that thought going? The thing I was thinking about earlier, though, is truly about how humility, the humble can be grateful for anything. So if you're feeling a lack of gratitude, it gives you a place to look. If you've got a lack of gratitude, it means you probably got some pride going on, right? The attitude where you believe you're self-deserving, right? I earned this. This is mine. I got this. And then you don't really appreciate the things that you've got. This is the American way. It's backwards. We're taught to externalize our value, and then when we give ourselves value, it's because of the past. It's not from what we're doing. Antonio, God has truly humbled me. I live with humility. It's not always recognized, and certainly there's times where I step away, I guess, but I like that. Courage is doing things you don't want to do. But again, I wonder if that's courage or discipline. Because I was thinking about discipline earlier today as well. Self-discipline, not external discipline, but the benefits of having and growing self-discipline for delayed gratification, right? Being able to put off immediate pleasures, but for the long time goal. Being willing to plant the seeds and do what's necessary for the crops to grow, right? Planning ahead, doing what's right for the future. Browns boy, top three coaches you've had in real life. One from childhood, one from professional career, one now as an NLP propagandist in meetings with some from CIA and pre-approved media groups. Childhood, not not a lot. Not a lot stood out to me. There was a high school history teacher that stood out, maybe. High school history teacher, Mr. Whalen from childhood. From professional, there's been a number of them, man. From the military, there was Sergeant Fowler. From the Union, there's Doug Blakely. There is Omar Gonzalez. There's a whole bunch. David Yao. All sorts of heroes I encountered. And actually, let me step back because they weren't necessarily coaches for me, but they were men that I admired. And I paid attention to them and I listened to them and I learned from them and I paid and I saw them as mentors. So they weren't necessarily coaches, but now as an NLP propagandist in meetings with some from CIA and pre-approved media groups, dude, there are so many coaches that I admire in the real life world. That CIA guy you're talking about, Chase, what's his name? Chase something or other. I know you know. You were asking about him last night. Chase Hughes. That guy's sharp. Tony Robbins is pretty sharp. Mary Morrissey, John Boggs, um, all those others. Hughes, that was it. Yeah. Chase Hughes. That's the CIA guy. The dude's sharp. There's a ton of sharp people here in the world. Oh, female heroes. Yes. Yes, Lindsay, I do. Actually, Mary Morrissey is probably one of my clearest female heroes in the regarding the life coaching, motivation, promoting people. She's got a gift. And her family, her and her team, they built something pretty special, I think. But she's not the only one either. I've been I've been blessed to have been influenced by some pretty amazing people, I feel. Like that. Praise God, I am alive. Whoa, wow. Almost lost my life Tuesday. Truck went up in flames while I was in it. Calm and carry on. Thanks for my heart for the sent angels upon the scene within minutes. Wow, blessings to you. Holy cows. It is amazing. Life can change on us just like that. I was thinking about that earlier today. Went out for a walk and just wandering around the neighborhood. The sun was shining, it was beautiful. And I see these big, I don't know, one, two, three, must have been 4 or 5 fire trucks, emergency responders, just coming by one after another after another. And I don't know where they were going, but I was imagining, and not just that, but that scene yesterday in Minnesota, wherever it was. Lady drops her kid off drops her kid off at daycare and travels down the wrong street at the wrong time and is in an intersection and stuck. What do I do? Tries to get out. Boom! Shot. Killed by ICE agents. That wasn't probably expected by her or others that day. Yeah. This world, man. This world is nuts. I did sleep last night and I look like I just got out of bed, and I accept that. Yeah. I do accept my look is yeah, I don't give a shit. I It looks like I rolled out of bed. I get that. But it's not. Are you going through a rough time? You don't look so good. Well, that's all. Who knows? Who knows, right? What's rough compared to what? Is this time rougher than others? Not really. This time's pretty easy. I have been learning to surrender. I mean, and actually, here's something. I mean, part of what I'm doing here, these live streams, it's part of my growth and documentation is my public diary in a great degree. I said it yesterday on the Tommy's stream. For those who may have missed it, I dropped a post in the I did a community post yesterday, and in the description today is a link for panel waste management. I spent some time with him last night. And the reason I bring that up is some of the things I said there. I'm wondering if, well, the internal dialogue that I've been dealing with is, I'm kind of known for what I say, right? Talking about ending wars and all this stuff. But the doubt involved in that has prevented people who I interact with from actually trying to understand what else I'm doing. And what else I'm doing is I'm trying to share some of the things that I've learned for myself that brought me inner peace, right? And I guess part of me, it may have been a poor choice of mine, but part of me thought that, hey, I've got a goal so wild, so out there, right? Over the top. I want to end wars. I actually thought people might be able to see that as a good thing, right? That I've got such inner peace, such self confidence, whatever, even if it's foolish. I believe in myself that much. And that goes from a guy who, not that long ago, couldn't make it through the day without having a drink of whiskey or beer. And that's still the same guy, but now I've learned how to identify my fears. I've learned how to take back my power from my fears. But my goals of trying to talk to Trump and trying to talk to Congress, well, I guess I've been kind of shooting myself in the foot. um, I don't know. The other day when I left the stream, he said something about other ways to make money. I got an idea you can do is make a brand of health products, slap your logo on it, and hand it out. I'm not so much into doing the health products myself. Bring up your best co-host. Yeah, I'm still looking to find. I don't know that I found a best co-host. I haven't found any that seem to really do much to help me look good. So, where was I going? regarding my path, right? Aside from the goals, my real purpose of doing this stuff is I found a fascination with myself on self-development, trying to figure out inner peace and deal with those inner feelings, right? The insecurity, all the crap that we deal with. It's fascinated me. And so I've been studying these things. And we live in a time right now when there's so many answers available to us. There is no reason humanity continues to live this way. We could raise the standards of living for every single human. So let's do it wherever we are, right? Let's forget about everybody else, right? Jack's going to block everybody else out. The whole world is there. But let's just focus on ourselves. Let's end the wars. End the idea that we have wars. End the idea that there are threats. End the idea that you can be harmed. It's only the ideas and the body that can be harmed. Nothing more than that. And really, in the end, the body stays here on earth. The ideas, they come and go. So in the end, does anything even matter? Antonio, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that. Ending wars is not my problem anymore. So if you guys know anyone else who wants to end wars, give them your support. Myself, I guess I'm just going to try and find a way to help people who I meet. And if there is a way for me to help the people in Congress or Donald Trump, well, then I'll find my way there, but it's not my priority anymore. It's not something I have to deal with. I think I might be. I've been trying to figure it out, Stripe. My primary objective was trying to meet with the president or Congress, but I don't think that's for me anymore. I mean, it's not worth it. It's not worth it has not been worth it for me. Okay. So for all of you who want to piss and throw crap at me for trying to believe that we can, please stop. Take your piss, take your crap elsewhere. Go throw it at someone else. Because frankly, I feel I've had enough of it. What might today bring is a question that all of us can start to wonder about, because if you assume you know what the day is going to bring, then you might not notice what's different, right? If you get up each day and you've got it all mapped out and you got it all figured out, and you know you're going to have to fight this person and you're going to have time with this person, and you know everything's going to go this way and that way. If you wake up in the morning and you think you got it all figured out, you might just be fooling yourself, because that's how the mind works. The mind likes to predict, and the mind likes to assume. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel there is a shift. There's a change. I don't know if I'll have it. I'm resistant to the idea that there's a darkness, but certainly there is less of a light. I feel that. What has caused me to come to this conclusion? The patterns. How many years, right? How many years have I been pursuing this, and how much has it cost me, and what have I gained? Nothing. I mean, even the people that I know I can help, right? I know I can help people like me who don't have government jobs and all this authority and wealth, right? People like me, the average Joes, I know I can help them, because I know what it's like to suffer poverty, pain, insecurities, anger, shame, guilt. I know what it's like to suffer. I don't like people suffering. I really don't. I don't like it when I suffer. I don't like hearing about when other people suffer. But the reality is, we can only do what we can do. And I can't do anything more than just be where I am. And until I get to be somewhere different or some way different, well, then I'm just going to be who I am. And I encourage you to take the same path for you. Stop stressing out. Stop worrying about what other people think, what other people are doing. In the end, it comes down to you. You can't rely on anyone, no one in this world. I mean, I don't like to sound like Debbie Downer, but it's the fucking truth. It's in the Bible too. It's in the scripture. It's designed that way. You cannot trust people. They will let you down. And you are that. You are a person. You are a people who will let you down. It's part of life. But when you let yourself down, when someone lets you down, you get yourself up. You pull yourself up. You pick yourself up. You dust yourself off. You learn from it and you move forward. What choice do you have? Right? What is the other choice? Oh, I fell down. Oh, they threw me down. Oh, I'll sit here and I'll cry for a while. Maybe others will sit down and cry with me. And it doesn't do anything. Or we can complain. We can blame. Oh, they did that. They made it hard for me. How long ago was it? How long ago did they make it hard for you? Well, it was 10 years ago, but it's still hard for me. Yeah, okay. So that might mean there's something wrong with you too. Because if things, I realize as I'm speaking, maybe I'm not coming through as well or as clearly as I could. But these patterns of internal dialogue, many of us deal with this stuff. Um, this, holy cows, this is something true. Here, for those who are wondering, no, I don't drink. Matter of fact, I'm on a path towards purity completely. And I'll talk more about that as it develops. But a midlife crisis. I actually felt that's what I went through for a number of years. 2018, my life fell apart. Everything. Career gone, family gone, everything gone. That was a midlife crisis. That was a dark night of the soul. I went to my knees many, many times that year. 2018 was a year of transformation for me. And after crying many tears, tears of loss, tears of anger, screaming into the pillow and crying myself to sleep, I decided, nah, that shit ain't for me. I'm kind of done with that. I don't like crying the tears of sorrow anymore. I do enjoy the tears of joy and gratitude often. And the surprising thing is that the more time I spend alone, the more time I spend alone, absent from other human beings, the more tears of joy and gratitude that I find. What does that say? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me and it has no reflection on the rest of the world, but it seems to me that this is signs from God. We're here to rely fully on God. That's what I've realized for myself. When 2018, when my life fell apart and everything changed, I had no foundation. Guess what I found? I found courage. I found confidence. I found the purpose and the will to continue on despite despite all the situations. So Noisy out there, man. Life is busy. Life is really, really busy here. I kind of got off. I realize this. Yeah, this is what I realized. God loves. God loves so deeply, so abundantly, so powerfully. And that love is for you, it's for me. And I didn't start knowing this love until my life changed. See, I didn't understand faith until I found more struggles. I didn't find my inner power until I found more pain, right? I had to be dropped to my knees a few times in order for me to really learn humility towards God. So for those who are unable to see my humility, maybe you're not looking at it in the right way. Because towards people, yeah, I can be an arrogant prick. I know that. I know who I am. I can be, yep, I'm Jack Talcott, dude. I'll say what the hell I want to say sometimes, and it'll be rude, but it might be funny too. um, Damn. But God, having faith in God, having a love for the giver of love, for the giver of life, in spite of the pain, in spite of the challenges. That is your path, just like mine. Fall in love with the giver of life and then see your connection to the giver of your life. You're the receiver and giver of what you do, right? You receive an idea, you give permission to you follow through with whatever you want to do. It's the way the world is designed. God has, for those who have been, you know, cheering for Stephen, number one, you should really rethink your priorities and what you think is of value here. And second off, Stephen is blocked because he couldn't censor himself. He didn't know when to stop, right? This is what life is about, brothers and sisters. This whole path of self discipline and self mastery is learning when to stop. I'm still working on that too. We've got a guest returning, and one I'm glad to see back. Welcome back, Mitch. How are you today, brother?
Hey man, I just came in to see if I can't cheer you up a little bit. You seem a little down, not your usual bright self. So I just, if I can, I hope you're not feeling
I appreciate.
discouraged. Life is tough sometimes, man. And I just want you to know at least I can speak for myself. I'm not against you, and I wish nothing but the best for you. And I think you'll be just fine. But,
I appreciate that. And yeah, admittedly, yeah, part of it is discouragement, but part of it may be too just my own. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about giving up. Um, but I got to accept the facts.
yeah, you're not giving up, man. You're just from
Well,
my perspective, you just it seems like you're real smart. You can affect the people that you come in contact with, and I think if you focus on that, you'll work your way up there, man. You got a uniqueness about you that interests a lot of people. So, you know, that
well, thank you.
sorry if I cut you off. If you got something on your mind, I don't know exactly how to word what I'm trying to say. So feel free.
No, I get it, and part of it is me too. I'm still working through this myself. Um, but I do know that my talk of trying to talk my talk of trying to talk to Donald Trump, of trying to explain, hey guys, we can end wars. Hey, the government can reform. Everyone wants to treat me like an idiot and a fucking fool because I say those things. So I think it's best for me to give up on saying those things. Nobody wants to believe that the world can change, it seems.
But
So,
you're Jack. You're interesting enough, and you know, if you focus in the right areas, you never know. Don't count yourself short. You know, you can't force these people to take interest in you, but who knows, man? I've had borderline famous people look at me before. You know, it's not you know, it's not
yeah.
impossible if that's what your goal is, and even in the back of your heart, and you just want to save yourself the interrogation and antagonization or whatever, antagonizing, you know, ways of people trying to get in your way of reaching your goals. You know, who cares how lofty your goals are? You know, shoot for the stars. Maybe you'll land on the moon. Big deal. You know, um, I have no problem with lofty goals. That's great to have, but I'm glad to hear that you're going to be more focused and at least bringing more attention to what you do directly with achieving what your ultimate goal is. I mean, yeah, I think you'll still be Jack if they take interest in you, you'll still be Jack. You'll have the same message, you know, and so if they don't take interest in you, fuck them. You'll be fine either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, well, I do realize that I guess I thought more of my abilities than what I could do because I thought that I could articulate multiple topics and try to keep everyone understanding. But it's clear that one thing has caused confusion for another, so I've got to narrow down the focus. And people have been saying that to me for a while. So, whoops, here. El Perro, greetings, brother.
Greetings, greetings. Hey, I had to come up. Kudos, Mitch. Um, Perfect statement. Because Jack, they're trying to evict us today. They're trying to evict us, and you know, my mindset is already that no matter whether they evict us or not, we're fighting it. It's a wrongful eviction, and so we're hoping to get it dismissed. But whether we get evicted or get it dismissed, either one, we're already convicted. These people are operating in bad faith. And so we're going to take it upon ourselves, all this stress and everything of having to pack everything up. And we're just going to continue on with it. Like I said, whether we get the eviction or get it dismissed. So even if we get it dismissed, we're still convicted of doing what we're going to do. And that's what Mitch put in. You know, you got to convict yourself to do what you need to do despite any factors. And this is correlating to that courage that was being spoke about earlier. It's taking the responsibility to accept the factors in your life that are causing it to change and to go ahead and move with that change. And so I explained it to my wife. This is a good thing for us. We've been here 6 fucking years. It almost seems stagnant. And so it almost seems like a blessing that an eviction would come about because that helps me stand in my conviction that I am who I am. And I know this is a wrongful eviction. And so if I get it dismissed, then the result is that I stay in the same conditions and I didn't change anything. So I'm still going to be operating with the same bad faith people. Sometimes you just got to understand you don't want to deal with those bad faith people. So you got to keep looking for those that are good. Jack, I think you're good faith, brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. and best of luck to you. Andy, thank you for the for the support. Keep your head up, Jack. We still love and support you, and you have tons of potential to do good. I thank you. I truly appreciate hearing that. Um, Antonio, thank you for the contribution. Jack has no fear of Queen Stephanie. The guy he doesn't impress me. I don't fear him at all. One day, maybe one day, especially since Stephen has supporters, for those of you who support Stephen, why don't you encourage him to do what's right? He knows my email, he knows how to reach me. Rather than send me insults and nastiness, he could actually send me something positive or respectful. That would be appreciative. um, hmm. I'm assuming that Antonio guy is probably related to Steven. We'll time him out too. Lindsay, I just did. That was me. I didn't see it either, but since he brought it up, I figure I'll take care of it. I'll time it up. So someone asked if I'm going to clarify what I'm doing here. I don't know. It's still, for me, it's still working itself out, just like it has been ever since I started this. I've been kind of just trying to fly by the seat of my pants, really. But I've learned how to get more comfortable with that and to actually flow with life, which is what El Perro was saying. I mean, going through these processes and eviction, I get it sounds like he's got a positive attitude, a good attitude with that. But learning how to flow with what life brings you, that is what I've been learning how to do, sincerely. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I know that I feel better in my life today than I have ever felt in my past. And in the past, I used to have job security, used to have money in the bank, I'd have relationships and people who would invite me around. Today, I've got inner peace and like these feelings of pleasure that like flow up my legs and up my back and through my arms. And it's just like, it keeps me awake at night sometimes, how good my body actually feels. And so this is what I'm trying to get across. If people understood how good you could feel, maybe you'd want to know. And I don't know, maybe others do feel as good as me. Maybe I just felt miserable for so long. I don't know.
No, when I was a young little whippersnapper before some injuries, and getting old, I felt like a lot of people were jealous of my energy. And I'm sure it's like this aura or something around you that they can sense, and they want to dim your light, so to speak, just so they fit in, and you don't stand out.
Mitch, that's what the world has become, hasn't it?
It is, unfortunately, because there's plenty of greatness that gets stifled, and it's sad, man. It really is.
So many dim their lights so we can fit in. Hey, welcome to you, Danielle. Blessings to you, brother.
Shalom. How you guys doing?
I'm
It's
doing
another
good.
day of growth and change. Yes, go ahead, Mitch.
I apologize, Jack, that's in advance. This might just take a couple of minutes if we can be men about it. But Danielle made a comment addressing me in the chat, and I invited him up, and so he showed up. And
Please.
I'm presuming so far that that's accurate, and it's in reference to he's waiting for me to come to Lynchburg or something. I have no idea where that's at, but I know what it's in reference to, and it's in reference to him defending Paul and making threats towards me, and so like
I
that's
never made threats towards you.
you did. You said that you would take care of me, and if Paul just asked for it, then you would take care of it. You don't
Okay.
recall? I have
If,
it recorded if you need me to really bring it up,
okay.
but
Okay.
if we can just accept the facts of the matter, we can move forward, I guess.
Go ahead. If you want to bring it up, you can bring it up.
All right. Well, I'll charge you $300 an hour.
Oh,
If I'm wrong, I'll pay. If I'm wrong, I'll pay you.
now it's $300 an hour.
Yeah. I don't work for free.
Okay.
You're the one with the claim, so
I never.
you had the same opportunity to collect your own evidence.
I'm the one with the claim, yet you're the one who stated something that makes no sense. And then you say you have proof.
I stated a matter of fact. You're denying it, so you're claiming it's untrue. And so I can prove it's true.
Claim yet
I can prove it's true, but if I'm right, you're going to pay me for my time, and if I'm wrong, I'll pay you. That's fair.
And that's another thing. When did I say that you were right or wrong?
You don't remember? I mean, we can just concede if you don't remember. We can concede to that.
Making no sense.
If you don't remember that happening, you seem to have forgotten that part. So I'm happy to move forward.
Again, if
you're not challenging the fact,
if you have evidence,
you seem to be challenging the fact, right? So presumably you have evidence contrary. I can prove it.
Not recalling this incident.
It might have happened here.
Okay. But what is the resolve? I don't get it.
I don't know him personally. He has a problem with me. So he's the one who has made threats of harm towards me. And so I've never threatened him or whatever. So I don't know why he's waiting for me to come to where he is. That's kind of weird if I'm inaccurate about what I.
Actually, that's fair. Donnie, there was a comment about waiting for Mitch to come down. What was that about?
Because from my side, from what I recall, he's the one who made the threats, and I stated where I live, and I look very much forward to him meeting me. And until then, stop talking.
So what was the threat?
You saying that you can beat my ass.
Oh, I don't think I can beat anyone's ass. I don't fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I would disagree with that because love is worth fighting for.
I could probably beat Snafu's from the hospital
to be a lover.
When Snafu was in the hospital bed, I could probably beat him up. But other than that, I mean, I'm not really looking to fight. So if that's what you recall happening, I'd like to see evidence of it. I'd pay you for your time to recall that. I don't think I could find evidence of that because I don't recall it ever happening.
But yet you have evidence and you won't present it, and you won't.
I will. I just won't do it. I won't waste my time. I got other shit to do. So if I'm going to go dig that up, I'm happy to do it. It's just, I told you a fair price. It'll cost $300 an hour. It might take me 30 minutes. It might take me 3 hours. I don't know.
It'd be a whole fucking year.
A whole year.
No, it shouldn't take more than 3 hours. I couldn't imagine.
Oh,
I got maybe like 7 terabytes worth of recordings that I could
oh my
potentially have to go through. But
dude, just to find somebody's evidence sounds like a scam.
Exactly.
well, if I'm wrong, I'll pay you. So if it takes 3 hours and I'm wrong, I owe you $900.
Oh, I owe you, yeah.
I'm not worried about a measly $900. I made that in a week.
All right, then. If you're not worried about it, then you shouldn't be worried about it.
You're the one who's saying you have something and you won't show it unless you get paid. That makes no sense.
It does make sense.
Nah, it makes you a coward.
If you was in the court of law, ain't go.
No.
The evidence, you gotta present the evidence.
No, if it's in a court of law, how it would work is if you bring a false claim, you're the one saying that
You
something
gotta bring
happened.
evidence first. You gotta bring evidence. You make
So where's your evidence that I made the threat? I said I would beat your ass.
You said you had a recording of him saying threats towards you.
Where's that evidence?
Obviously, there's some truth to it because there's going back and forth.
Well, the back and forth I already explained quite thoroughly.
No,
I'm not finding the value in this, to be honest.
exactly. I came up to talk about making home products and showing off stuff that I've made.
I don't think he sees any value in that either. I could be wrong. You want to buy some deodorant, Jack? You might.
No, I'm not talking about buying stuff or have him buy stuff. Talking about him, how easy it is to have a side hustle and make some money.
There you go. You ready to sell some deodorant?
Yeah, money is not my focus anymore. I know it's a part of life, but I don't really, it's not my focus. My focus is to try to make a better world for myself and others. And I know a lot of people think money is the answer to that, but it's not. It's a tool. All of us are tools. We're all tools for misery or joy. What do we want to be used for? Right? Regarding the disagreements, could be that things were said. Things get said on these panels all the time. They do. And things aren't always appropriate, the things that are said. But if we can find ways to get along with each other, we find a lot more time in our lives, right? And I think we can help each other, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wrong about the situation. I remember precisely how it went down. So I just know that he was defending Paul and he threatened to come after me. And he did tell me where he was at. Fair enough to that part. That was the lie that needed a little bit of truth. But, ultimately that's how it went down. So he's the one who initiated the threat. I never threatened him. I'm not a fighter. I don't, if you, try and fucking come after me, I'll defend myself, but that's how I've operated for 39 years almost. I don't think it's going to change now. It could, but it's been that way. My track record pretty well proves it. So
That can be good and bad. Okay, just be aware. It can be good and bad to have a long, successful track record of success.
I wouldn't call it success. I mean, success is subjective. So
Correct. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it success. It's just the way it is. Like, I don't go around starting fights. So that just doesn't happen. It's never happened in history, and it probably didn't happen here, but it could have. If he's willing to show evidence, I'm willing to change my mind. I remember how it went down precisely. I'm not willing to accept the psychological
Same thing
manipulation,
applies to
gaslight.
you. If you can provide evidence, I can change my mind too.
I don't care what you think. You're the one with the problem.
I never said I had a problem. I said I'm just waiting for you to still show up.
All right. Well, if you're wondering why you're waiting, you might look into it. But until then, I guess we're at a stalemate. Because I don't have a problem. I
I
don't
don't
want
think
to
there's a
fight.
problem.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fight.
And I don't see that from Danielle either. He doesn't seem the type that's a real get out there to fight like you, Mitch, either. I mean,
It's never happened. I've never been in a fight in my life.
well, here's something I want you to consider though. Please don't discount, okay? I want you to please consider, because just like Wizard in his, or El Perro in his 93 cases, right? He's got a track record where there's evidence to support he's right. Same thing with you.
Well, he was
And-
wrong. He was wrong 93 times before he figured it out. It's actually.
Okay, that could be true.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It took him a
same-
while.
Same thing with me in different ways. I started having successes in arguing, in proving myself right, right? I wasn't wrong that often. That's why people respected me. That's why people came to me and asked for my advice and stuff. But the problem was I'd gotten used to that. And then I wasn't watching for when I was wrong. I wasn't watching for when it was wiser not to engage, right? Let go of that battle. It's not worth the time or energy. That's when I started finding more freedom in my life. Once I started disengaging and realizing that all the times I thought I was right, maybe I was, but maybe sometimes I was only partially right. And partially right, you can fucking lose big time. That happened with me a few times. Thought I was right. Turned out others thought they were more right. And then career is gone, family is gone, and everything else goes away. But the key that I've learned is sincerely presence, being present. I mean, admittedly, this example, however long ago it was, it exists in the memory banks. It's not here and now, right? The results of the past are here and now. And that might be why we still get hung up on things, because I've done that a lot myself. Regarding with like specifically Margot and others, they show up and they're being present and pleasant. They're being pleasant and appropriate in the present time. And I want to bring up things from the past. So I've been guilty of that myself. Samsonite, thank you for you. Appreciate you. Aside from that, what do you guys think?
I'm here. I mean, I got lots of thoughts, to be honest, but I don't know where you want to go with it. It's up to you.
I'm feeling actually pretty open. So, I mean, Danielle, too, if you've got something you want to bring out, please do.
What's your thoughts on the First Circuit Court last night passing whatever it's called, where the government has the right to vaccinate everyone without you saying yes or no, basically having no excuse?
I haven't heard
Whose
of that.
government?
The United States.
Oh, your government?
the country called the United States.
Right.
Oh,
You said the government, so I just presume that.
Well, it is the one that exists objectively, whether
Well,
we
there's a lot of governments that exist. I mean,
he said the American government. I think
You
I
live in the United States. He lives
well,
in
he
the
actually
United
didn't say
States.
the
I live in
American.
the
He
United
said the
States.
United States government,
All
and
right,
he
fair enough. All right.
claims to be above that, so he couldn't be subject to it, right?
He was just talking about something he saw in the news last night, that this government entity that does exist, as we exist, is apparently passing things.
Well, it was ambiguous. It was originally just stated as the government. So there's a lot of different forms of government, and so it just
The Somalian government.
I don't pay attention to what the Walmart government does any more than I pay attention to what U.S. Inc. does. You know.
Well, that was my focus, but now I accept that's kind of outside of my control. So I guess what we do, well, hey, blessings to Ruby and those who joined for the raid. Thank you. Thank you for joining, for raiding over. The crap. The government, right? I mean, here, yesterday's Jack was 2 days ago's Jack was, yeah, that's why I'm on this path. That's why we should confront this stuff. But the government's going to do what the government's going to do. And so if they're passing rules that means everyone can be vaccinated or receive treatment without their choice, well, as that starts to become a reality, I guess different groups of us will have to figure out how we're going to deal with it.
Well, you wouldn't be pioneers. I mean, plenty of people have been dealing with it for a long time. So, I mean, yeah, that's what he's smart enough to have the more intellectual conversation, you know, and not use ambiguous terms to confuse people, you know. So he knows what I'm saying.
Well, certainly, but I think for the purpose of discussion, I mean, just talking about things that are going on.
Well, I think
don't
it's
see that.
completely irrelevant to the discussion. I mean, it doesn't really matter what rules they make if you're not subject to them, right? I mean, it's like, do you really care what rules Walmart makes if you don't shop at Walmart?
Yeah, you gotta stick up his ass.
It's just a logical conversation. I mean,
It was on me. That was, sorry, that wasn't me. That was my friend who said that. If that did come up,
I heard him. I didn't quite hear what he said, but
Stick up your ass, my friend.
that's illogical, you know.
It's quite plausible if you're being metaphorical.
get on the camera if you go to top.
No,
I get on camera, I'm fucked up.
He's a little messed up. You got to forgive him.
I don't have to forgive him. That's for my own decision, for my own self.
Yeah, bro, trust me, I don't need your forgiveness, man. It's okay.
He said he doesn't need it. It's okay.
Good.
Mhm.
Thank you, Hank, for the contribution. Well, I actually kind of disagree. I mean, because if all we're going to do is argue over words, then we're never going to get to any discussions of the points.
No, the words don't really matter. It just helps us communicate the points. And so I think we can use our intuition, even if we don't get the most accurate words to.
Then why do the correction in the first place?
Well, it's okay. It's okay to make corrections. It's wrong to get hung up on words, right? So it's okay to, you know, get on the same playing field, so to speak, you know, to make sure we're communicating effectively using, you know, similar syntax. But It's the law of incommensurability. You'll never see things exactly from the same point of view as another person. And due to our different experience, we'll never be able,
Never?
not completely exactly. Not exactly. So, you know, we can use ambiguous terms to get on the same page as long as we're clear about what those terms mean. You know?
We
But
can also use,
But what it really comes down to is there's one objective truth, and everyone has their own subjective, unique interpretation of that experience. And so truth is objective, but our interpretation is subjective.
right? Everyone's got an opinion just like an asshole.
Yeah, and
So-
everyone's unique. You know, no one's exactly the same.
But that idea that people can never understand one another, no, that's a lie.
No. That's
That's
not
a
what I
lie.
said. That's not what I
Well-
said. Don't snap on me now, because what I said was nobody can exactly see
Uh-huh.
things from the perspective of another.
Great. And that, I suggest, is a distinction without any relevance, okay?
It is.
Because just because,
It
okay,
is, because I clarify.
All right.
We can use ambiguous
Okay.
terms, but
great.
you
Yeah.
and I are having a different experience, so we'll
Uh-huh.
never, even if we're sitting in the same room describing the same experience, our interpretation is going to be not exactly the same. That's my
And
own.
is right, great. So now that you made that point, is there any relevance?
Yeah, there's a lot of relevance. You can't
Okay,
expect
Okay.
anyone to completely agree with you. That's what the relevance.
okay, all right. Never, ever.
No, if somebody's agreeing with every little thing you say, you should be worried.
Ah, so you're a man who promotes worry and fear then?
No, I'm just saying that's just not, it's against all odds.
According to you.
No,
You've
just according to
established-
reality. I mean,
Okay, well, Mitch,
Okay.
here, I'm actually trying to have a conversation with you about these
okay,
ideas. but
so then just tell
everything
me your
I- yeah,
perspective, because this is exactly the reason why we're fighting. So if you could grasp this concept, it would probably eliminate a lot of conflict in your life. So if you would like,
Wow,
yeah,
wow, dude.
so I
Holy
think what,
shit, you are just full of you, aren't you?
no, I just think it would eliminate a lot of conflict in your life if you would realize that it's an unreasonable expectation for anyone to completely agree with you.
No, Mitch. I will not agree with that because that's gaslighting. And what that
That's
does,
not gaslighting.
can I finish my point?
Sure, but there's nothing psychological
Okay, so I
manipulation
can't
about
finish my point. I can't
you
finish.
can, but if your point is
I have to wait until you're done.
if your point is that
Okay.
it's gaslighting, then we can go over what gaslighting is.
All right.
And we'll just
Hey,
keep
Mitch.
it simple. And let's not.
Mitch, you know what would be really simple? Would really simplify this conversation
What?
is if you actually listen
I'm
to
willing to
what I
listen
said
to you. I'm
instead
just not willing to let you convince me that that was gaslighting.
instead of interrupting me every time I speak, Mitch, our conversation would go a lot better.
I don't
Because
mean to interrupt.
you're clearly not trying to understand me, Mitch.
I
Can
am.
we
I
please
just don't want
discuss-
the premise to be that that's gaslighting, unless you want to talk about that.
I know. And until you shut up, you're never going to hear why I said the words that I said.
Well, you've completely probably forgot. I bet.
No.
Okay.
Why don't you shut up and try?
Why
because-
don't you stop freaking out and just explain yourself?
Hey, Mitch, I've not been able to explain myself because as I've been trying
Well,
to
you're
get
not
you,
qualified to.
you keep interrupting me.
You're not
You
qualified.
think you're done. I'm done with you, Mitch. I've tried speaking with you. You're not capable of having a conversation, it appears.
No, no, that's another Tommy.
It's fascinating though, because he's much less aggressive. He's got a good mind and he's sharp. Very, very passive aggressive. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense that he would develop those patterns based on his appearance and what I've learned of him. But what I've been suggesting is that there's something going on with me. And if you would listen to me, Mitch, we could have conversations about your behavior. Then we could have better conversations about the topics we were trying to discuss. Can we do that, Mitch?
Yeah, I just have passive aggressive and gaslighting pulled up. So whenever you're ready, that's where I want to start.
I know. It's all about you, Mitch. You're a selfish little bitch. And since I don't want to deal with a selfish little bitch right now, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to talk about you, Mitch. So keep going with your list, okay? You can get out all the words that you want to argue about, okay? I'm trying to remember what I was wanting to say to him. I've lost it.
That's what you're supposed to do when it comes to a bitch. It's not worth it.
Well, it's frustrating because this is the way that people communicate these days, and they're not communicating. It's arguing. It's bad. It's unhealthy forms of communication. So, Mitch, and Cage, I've seen you in the back for a while. Your communication style is not welcome here. I'm not bringing you up, Cage. You've worn out your welcome with me. I told you that. You've worn out your welcome. So, Mitch,
Sorry, my bad. I was pulling up YouTube. I'm here, man, and I'm willing to listen to you for sure. I'm not willing to be stifled myself. I'm willing to have a reasonable conversation. It just got out of control, so I'm willing to take a step back if that's what you want to do.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I know you're capable. I know that we can both have healthy conversations together, but I do need to press back on what you're saying because I absolutely.
I love criticism, man. The truth welcomes criticism. So I'm not trying to deceive anyone into agreeing with me. I totally welcome criticism as long as it's healthy criticism.
Well, I asked you to let me get out the criticism first before you determine if you're going to judge it as healthy or not. Okay?
I'll mute up, Jack.
Because it's tied to what I suggested with the gaslighting. I said that you were trying to build a foundation so that you could have disagreements, right? You're trying to lay the foundation that disagreements are the norm so that people can't understand each other. And Mitch, that's not healthy, dude.
That's not what I'm doing. That's not my intention whatsoever.
In this conversation, I was literally just trying to get.
That's your perception. So
Mitch,
that's not exactly what I did.
Mitch, it is the reality because every time I tried to state that, you interrupted me to correct me, to bring it back to your position. So you're not.
Anytime someone starts something with a false premise, I want to correct it from the beginning.
Right. Stop assuming it's false and try to understand the truth in why I am saying it. Okay?
Well, you're not the arbiter of truth, for one. No,
neither are you, Mitch. That's what right. So check yourself. Stop trying to be the arbiter of my words. Okay?
I'm not. That's exactly what you're doing to me. You just told me what I said.
You're not. You're not doing that.
I didn't tell you what you said.
Holy shit. Okay. So now you're not doing what I say. Okay. All right. I guess, no gaslighting from you, is there?
You told me what I said, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell you what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, you're gaslighting me.
I'm trying to get you to see what you're doing.
Well, It can't be started with
Yeah,
a false
you
premise.
claim, right? You're living in a different reality than me, dude.
That may
That's
be. That may be. However, it doesn't change our ability to communicate. We're both grown men here. So
no,
we have the vocabulary to be able to communicate what we're experiencing. We don't have to
right.
agree.
But we can agree. That's what I'm trying to get you to see, Mitch. You don't have to be disagreeable.
If I disagree with you, I'm going to express that. If I agree with you, I'm going to express that.
I
So
know, but Mitch, you've found patterns and you've sat here for the love of God. You've sat here, explained yourself, laid the foundation to prove why you are disagreeable. And I'm trying
that
to
wasn't my
communicate.
intention.
I know, but that's exactly what you're doing, Mitch.
That's your perception.
Okay, so if the goal was not to show that we are disagreeable, if we wanted to bring some sort of, the general discussion, if we wanted to talk about ways that people could be disagreeable, are you any interest in that, Mitch? Any interest at all?
I didn't, your emotional inflection, I lost me. So can you rephrase the question, please?
I'm trying to guide a conversation into the direction of things we can agree with. Is there any possibility? Because now the downside to that is I'm trying to take the conversation in ways that maybe are different than what you want, Mitch.
Well, if that's where you're trying to take the conversation, you probably wouldn't be criticizing me. That's one thing. However, second thing, could you point to something that I did to take the conversation away from finding something that we could agree on? Because I simply thought I brought resolution to the imagined disagreement. I don't know where we got lost, but
And then you have repeatedly, more than once, brought up the argument of why people cannot see the same thing, why they cannot agree. And ever since
I
then,
never. Whoa! That's gaslighting. I never said people can't agree.
you said that they can never see the same thing.
See exactly the same thing.
Yeah. So why did you bring that up, Mitch?
Because there's one objective truth, but we're all having our own unique subjective experience. I explained it in one sentence. So it's an unreasonable expectation to expect anybody to completely agree with you.
No, it's not. You're a liar.
No,
That's a rule.
that's not a lie.
Mitch,
That's
Mitch, that is a rule that you have chosen to believe, and maybe
oh,
I believe you don't even enforce that all the time.
okay.
You
Well,
just
if I
are
believe that,
selectively bringing
then
it
it's
up
not a
now.
lie. So do I
Right.
believe it, or is
Great.
it a lie?
No, Mitch, you believe in lies.
Okay, well, that may be okay, but that wouldn't make me a liar.
Okay.
If I believed it and I'm telling you what I believe, then I couldn't possibly be a liar, because what constitutes a lie is the intent to deceive. So that's why words really matter, because that shit's harmful, man. You're making a false claim.
You're not muted.
And that's what leads to wars and fighting. And
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
so it's always a failure to communicate. And I've said that over and over again, Jack.
Mhm.
That's
I've
why I
been
was
trying to
disappointed to
communicate.
see things go down the way they did with Andy, because he's way better at what I'm trying to do, which is just be reasonable with you. Not let my emotions get in the way, and not let the insults get in the way, and just bring it back to a logical, reasonable conversation.
I look forward to that.
I'm ready.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Well, apparently I'm not allowed to lead this conversation. So, Mitch, why don't you tell us where you're going to lead this conversation in the logical and reasonable ways?
Man, I think it would honestly resolve a lot of conflict in your life if you just recognize the fact that nobody can completely agree with everything you're saying.
I know. You've said that repeatedly, Mitch. I don't find that to be logical or reasonable to bring us back to repeating that. So can you do what you said you were going to do?
Yeah, I could explain the logic and reason behind that.
That's not what I'm asking for.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What are you asking for?
You know, it doesn't matter.
It does, man. I came up
No,
here to try and cheer you. Were
What?
you were seeming depressed. I came up here to cheer you up a little bit. So, I mean, you definitely got a completely different energy about you. I'm glad to see that. Um, and you just seemed so defeated earlier. So it's hard to see that because I mean, it was quite triumphant to hear you say you're going to start being more reasonable with your goals. Because that's all my only conflict with you really is just trying to get you to realize that, you know, let's have some sustainable, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely goals. And, you know, I think that was the only thing keeping you from becoming more successful or achieving more of your, getting closer to your ultimate goal, I guess. Um, I didn't read that. Sorry if I was supposed to read that. I saw my name, but that's all.
Yeah, it was about you, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Mitch, you're not doing anything wrong for you.
If
But
I'm hurting you, man, I'm happy to back off. I mean, I'm not trying to hurt you. You seem to be hurting, so honestly, people were laughing and kind of cheering on, and I stepped away from that, and so just to come over here and let you know, hey, man, I didn't want. My intention was, even though being critical of you, because I know I've offered some criticism, it's all honest criticism, and so my intention was to never tear you down or stifle your progress or anything like that. I just, you know, think that you could resolve a lot of your frustration, um, and focus your energy into something more productive, as we all could, I'm sure, with a little bit of advice and guidance. And so, not against your criticism or opinion or perspective. It doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you, but it doesn't mean
yeah, I know that. You've proven that.
it doesn't mean I'm the enemy because I disagree with you.
No, but please consider, how relevant are you if you are unable to agree? How valuable
Well,
are you
relevance is
if
very
you're not?
relevance and value are both very subjective.
Yes, they are. And based on my subjective experience, what would you guess, Mitch? What would you guess?
Well, you may. My guess is that you're painting me as some sort of adversary, and to be honest,
What do you think you're in?
I think I'm being the most honest with you out of anyone
Yeah.
right now.
But what if you're wrong? What if you're lying to yourself?
Then that would be a problem.
And it would be. And so let me suggest that I think you're lying to yourself.
I'll
Because
take that under advisement. It doesn't mean I'm going to change my mind.
do you want any facts?
Yeah, please.
Well, the fact that you keep talking, I've been unable to say anything in defense of myself or to offer corrections because every time I start speaking, you interrupt me. And you interrupt me to disagree with me. So you're clearly not here to and you've laid the case why you cannot agree.
Right. So your problem seems to be that I disagree with you, and I don't see that to be a
The
problem.
problem is
So
you are,
I don't have a problem with you because I disagree with you.
I know. But what you're not looking at is me,
I think that makes
right?
for a good conversation. I'm looking at you.
This conversation has not been productive. It's not been healthy. We haven't gotten anywhere fun or productive. Not at all, Mitch. That shit went away once you started defending the reason why you can't agree to anything and why I tried to change your mind. I'm sorry I tried to change your mind, Mitch. You proved yourself right.
I don't
You
think
and I
I
cannot
ever.
agree to anything, and we're experiencing the same thing.
I don't think I've ever accused you of trying to change my mind, but I do take the position that you can't change anyone's mind, only they can change their own
Oh
mind.
my God. Well, they won't change their mind if they don't listen, and you're not willing to listen to me, Mitch.
I am willing to listen to you.
Not based on today.
Well, I would like to talk about gaslighting and
Of
what was
course.
the other one?
Yeah.
Passive
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah.
I'd like to. I mean, those are two things I was accused of being, so I would like to learn more about that.
Do you deny it?
Yes.
You do. Okay. But then I guess you're innocent. I got no reason to convict you. I don't give a shit. No worries, Mitch. Sorry I said that. You're right. I'm wrong.
Well, that doesn't resolve the problem.
Does it?
I don't think so. I think that's where you're really failing to realize how hurtful your words can be.
Hmm. Hurtful my words can be. Are you hurt, Mitchell?
No, but if somebody was more, if somebody was more open to your perspective, it could be dangerous.
Ah, how so? What's this danger you perceive?
Because if I took you at face value and I believed you, then I would really be questioning my own existence.
Specifically regarding your gaslighting and your what was the other I said? Passive aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah. So you think by so let me understand your claim, Mitch, because I think you're lying to yourself again.
Okay.
And I think you're doing it just to make me look bad, and I don't really appreciate it, dude.
Well, that's not my intention. I'll tell you that much. You don't have to believe me.
Well, you alleged that someone else might be hurt by my words.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's dangerous for sure.
Dangerous to call someone out for gaslighting and passive aggressive
No,
behavior.
you were calling me curse names and shit. You were calling me out a name by curse words.
Mitch, I thought the topic we were discussing was the gaslighting and the passive aggressive. Are you moving the goalpost on me?
No,
Okay. Well, you've been very well, passive aggressive seems to be very accurate because, like you said, you didn't call me names. You didn't raise your voice,
could you tell me?
but you're a little,
Could you?
pardon?
Do you mind telling me what passive aggressive is first before
Well,
describing how it applies to me? Because I think that would help. Because it's not a common term in my vocabulary, so I got a definition pulled up. So I mean,
please. What is that? Because from the top of my head, I mean, I'm
boy, you're the one accusing me of it. So I'd like to know what
all
off
right.
the top of your.
Yeah, my interpretation, without looking it up, passive aggressive. Well, we know what aggressive is. Aggressive is the dominating type that want to get their way and manipulate others through the overt pressure. Now, someone who's passive aggressive, they use more manipulation, more strategy. They put on a smile like the devil does, right? And the same result, manipulating the facts and the conversation to bastardize someone else and make them look bad.
That seems like a very complex and contrary definition to what I have pulled up based on.
What's
So
yours? What's your definition?
El Gook says that it is passive aggressive is characterized by or showing indirect resistance to the demands of others and avoidance of direct confrontation.
Pardon, say that one more time, please.
Characterized by or showing indirect resistance to the demands of others and avoidance of direct confrontation.
Okay. So I guess maybe you might not apply to that. So I guess I'm sorry if I used the wrong definition. I'm sure there's a word that describes the people like that, like what I've been dealing with. And
I'm
you're
sure
dealing
there
with, you're not being honest and forthright, Mitch. That's
That's
not
fine. I
what
mean,
I'm
if you
feeling.
can see that passive aggressive doesn't fit, I accept that.
All
No
right,
problem.
whatever. Whatever. I don't really care.
Can we move on to gaslighting?
Hey, whatever. If you want to be innocent of all charges, why don't we just do that? Okay?
No,
I'm done playing your games, Mitch.
I'm learning.
Are you? Okay. So gaslighting,
I've never looked it up.
probably another definition, but my experience with gaslighting is when someone usually tells you that what is happening is not happening, or they tell you that what is not happening is happening, right? To kind of fuck with the mind and get you to live in a false reality. Just like all the false accusations I've been facing. That is a form of black magic. It's a form of
Have I ever
gaslighting.
made any false accusations against you?
Insinuated, but not any claims that I can recall. So
Well, I'd be interested to know more, but here's the definition that Google gives. The
mhm.
practice of psychologically manipulating someone into questioning their own sanity, memory, or powers of reasoning. So I've never tried to
Yeah.
do that to you. I've just tried to declare my own intention of doing those things.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
you've tried to convince me that I'm not those things.
Yep.
So that
And since
my honest interpretation of that is that that fits very much to you, but
okay.
I'm not sure where that fits to me.
Hey, tell you what, Mitch. Let's go with this. You're like Jesus. You're
No,
flawless. No, Mitch. In this stream, you're flawless.
that's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot of responsibility, man. I've
Hey,
definitely.
whatever. You don't want to take any accountability, so let's just go the other way. Fuck it.
Is
You've
there
done
something?
nothing wrong.
Is there something I was wrong about?
Apparently not, because I've been unable to get you to see anything. And apparently, actually, Danielle, are you a witness? Have you seen?
Have I been
Please.
given any evidence?
You've been denying everything I've offered.
Okay.
Since I came up, it's been this way. He automatically assumed that I was up here to confront him about that comment when there was already prior conversation between us of me coming up with Osiris.
Well, it's a reason. I told you that it's a presumption. So you were welcome to correct me then, and I paused and waited for you to, and you didn't. But when I explained that situation, you addressed me from the chat. I responded to you, and then you came up here. So I explained that and presumed and expressed that it was a presumption that you were up here because I invited you. That's all. It couldn't be more accurate. It still wasn't wrong.
No, of course, Mitch. Again, you're flawless, dude.
I
Nothing
bet
wrong.
if you rewind and rewatch from the beginning, you don't say, I presume you came up here. You say,
I did say
you
that.
did come up here.
Are you willing to bet me $300?
Holy
What's
shit.
with you? Are you that? Yeah, you are that broke. Never mind.
No, just put your money where your mouth is, dude. Money don't matter to you.
What
You
are you
obviously
doing,
have it.
dude?
You obviously use it. You live in today's luxury.
Why,
So if money
Mitch?
means shit to you, then and you're accurate, why would you be worried about money?
What are you doing?
Just calling people out on their lies and hypocrisy.
No, you
But
just
maybe
want
that's what you're showing of yourself. I mean,
I'm willing to accept evidence.
look at yourself for the evidence.
Evidence of what you just claimed.
Mitch, holy shit, please.
says the person who claims to have evidence himself.
There's nothing
You won't
unreasonable.
present it unless you get paid $300. That's
There's
why
no-
in the
Or if
conversation.
I'm wrong, I get to pay you $300, maybe even $900.
How do I know
Maybe
you're going to give me the $300 in the
Maybe
first
20. Maybe I find it in 5 minutes. You know, who knows?
I'm not stupid. You can't scam a scammer.
I'll live
Yeah,
stream the whole thing.
This is absurd. This is just absurd, dude.
The camera can't lie.
No, you're coming across as a real clown, Mitchell, and I don't want to be disrespectful,
Well, more names
but
that don't.
dude,
I'm clearly not a clown, so more names that don't mean anything.
okay, well, what is accurate? When you're juvenile, you're disrespectful, you're manipulating, you're not actually doing what you're
I
saying
don't
you're
think
doing.
I'm a
You're being
clown or any of
dishonest.
those either.
Mitchell, you're being dishonest.
I don't
Please.
think I'm being that either.
Right. Your argumentative patterns.
That's you.
Holy shit. Mitchell, are you capable of having an adult conversation?
Absolutely. I'm not raising my voice to you.
You just interrupted me.
Maybe because you're just screaming at me.
I'm screaming at you.
Yeah.
Mitchell, see, this is where you're pushing into the gaslighting and
Okay.
lying again.
You didn't just raise your voice at me?
It's that screaming at you.
Yeah, you were really loud.
Mitchell, oh my God, you are such a victim. You're such a little, you need your handheld, don't you?
If
You
I'm
need a
going
hug.
like this and raising my voice, is this screaming?
Mitchell,
I mean,
tell you what,
it's
I've
not that.
entertained you. You know what, Mitchell? Thank you for joining. Your welcome is done. Do you have any final words before I ask you to leave?
No, I wish you all the best,
Great.
peace, and success,
Okay.
whatever that is to you. And
Great.
hopefully it's not to destroy the world and other people in your
Yeah.
progress.
Great.
To let people
Great.
down.
All right. See, you started out okay, and then you wanted to start going down that insulting route again. You know, dude, yeah. Some of the sickest shit that's been said on here has been said in sweet, quiet voices. Shit means nothing. And I'm sure since he knows I'm ready to wrap it up.
I didn't know that, but I can tell by your facial expression. I was actually trying to rush up here to be Mitch's victim advocate.
Wow. He could have used one.
Yeah.
He could have used one.
He is quite the victim.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I was swearing and I guess I was shouting, just completely out of control once again.
I didn't see anything.
Mitch is willing to come back, but I actually don't want it. I was really legitimate. He'd worn out his welcome with me today.
I get it. He's frustrating. I don't know what he was talking about, but he probably found reasons to drop his Cash App sarcastically, not sarcastically, like he does.
Kept trying to get Donnielle to pay him $300 to investigate his claims. Mitch's claims
for $200.
For 200?
Mm-hmm.
200 an hour? Might take a half hour, might take 3 hours, he said.
But Jack, if you help me close this sale, I'll cut you in a quarter.
No, I'm not.
Oh my fucking God.
Actually, I just want to double check. Interesting. Here. We've got another guest. Donnielle, you're a very patient man. Did you have anything you wanted to bring out?
I just wanted to bring up about the forced vaccinations that was just passed.
The forced vaccination thing that was passed. I don't know much about that legislation. I hadn't heard anything until you mentioned it. Untrackable, welcome to you, brother.
Yes, thank you. I I always try to lead by what is in the title, and this is what today has brought us. Like it or not, it just happened. I, I am not in the middle of any of this, but I watch.
Now
some
you
of it.
are.
Well, I can
The
still
Lord
be
puts
me,
you where you need to be.
and I am thankful to be witness to whatever just happened.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But this is where, in the bigger picture, right? Life will bring us to these times and moments where shit just doesn't make sense, where it's there's no real safe or good place, it seems, to turn or to land, but we find ourselves in these spots and there's really no choice but just to keep going.
The only way out is through.
That's it. And that's what I've been trying to find. And I think that's where I'm at now, is I'm surrendering more to the fact that the only way is through.
Yeah, when you have a goal, nothing can stop you, and
Well, except for an Apache helicopter.
well, it depends on what your goal is.
Uh,
I personally don't think you should give up on your goals if that is truly your goal. Make it a reality.
Admittedly, though, I don't know. Because everything I've learned has been about goals and drive and discipline and strategies and all of this stuff. And yet, what's a spiritual teaching? Spiritual teaching isn't do it all yourself. The spiritual teaching is have faith, walk with peace, walk with love. So I'm trying to figure that part out.
Well, there's something to be said there. Teaching doesn't guarantee learning.
what?
You cannot force somebody to learn.
That's true. You know how when you are falling asleep, you have to like pretend like you're asleep, and then it works. You know what I'm talking about? I think that's
Yep.
how all of life is to an extent.
I do too, actually. To some degree, you've got to believe it before you see it.
So maybe
gotta
you're
fake it
too
to make it.
ambitious. I've admired your ambition before. Maybe you need to dial it back a little bit. Maybe just start with like neighborhood peace. Stop a gang fight once.
You know, I know. I did try those though too. Really did.
I do that at work.
You stop
Because
gang fights?
Yeah, 100%. Because this is the place that I choose to be. It assists. My work is a tool towards reaching my goal. Going to work and earning money, that is not my goal. It is a tool. So when I show up and nothing goes right, for instance, failures as soon as you show up, adversity as soon as you show up. When people say, "Oh, well, that wasn't on my list today, I'm not gonna do that." Well, I just do that. And next thing you know, it'd be like, well, he's doing it. He's going to keep his job. I want to keep my job. And then they all get in line and do their job.
Don't
And
worry,
we
Mitch.
make-
I'm here to advocate for you. Sorry, go ahead, Untrackable.
No,
I'm just letting my client know that he's in good hands.
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
No, you're on a good tangent, man. I appreciate you if you finish.
So, Mitch, if I'm going to represent you properly, you got to tell me, what are you doing to drive everybody nuts today?
I'm just being honest. That seems to be a problem.
And if that's what you're going to tell yourself, you're never going to learn what was real, because you're going to think you did nothing wrong.
So you're the one with the stance that your opinion equals reality. I'm just trying to let you know. He seems to have a huge problem. Our biggest fight seems to be over my claim that there is one objective truth. We all have a subjective interpretation of truth. Therefore, it's an unreasonable expectation for anybody to expect anybody to completely agree with you all the time.
And you're missing the point, Mitch.
I think
Again.
it seems pretty logical. It all holds up, all holds water.
Yeah, I know. It holds water to you, and you've again, I've tried explaining this to you, that this looping foundation you keep going to actually doesn't have relevance, not the relevance you think it does.
I'm not trying
But
to.
you're using it as a
If you have
distraction
some
and a
evidence
distraction.
to change my mind, I'm just describing what
No, you're not open to changing your mind. You keep
I
interrupting
am.
me talking.
You're gonna have to give me some evidence, bro.
I tried, and you kept interrupting me and
No.
dismissing everything I said.
All right, man.
So, Dusty, that's why Mitch.
I recognize this conflict. I feel like I've been in it before. I'm afraid I can't represent you, or I'll get kicked out too. It's better. It's better to just concede now. Just give up.
All right, Jack, I'm here for you, man. Go ahead.
Well, some battles are not worth the fight. Maybe I should have taken that too. Okay. But really, I have faced this so many times. People are convinced that we don't have to agree. Well, if we don't agree, we're never going to get to the next part of the conversation, right?
Mm.
And I was really just trying to have a conversation, but if Mitch believes there's no way that two people can experience the same thing and come to an agreement, well, he's never going to, not with me.
That's disingenuous because I've explained this multiple times. That I think we can come to an agreement. I don't think we're having the same experience.
Yeah, because you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. You're paying attention to defend your beliefs.
And more accurately said, I think we're having the same experience, but our interpretation of that experience is always going to be different.
Whatever.
I know it's complex, but that's
No,
my,
Untrackable. You're the
irrelevant.
mediator. You're in the middle of this shit. Get it together.
Jack, I'm not your enemy, man. You don't have to
I'm
fight.
not.
Exactly what your enemy would say.
What's that? Untrackable?
That's exactly what your enemy would say if he's trying to lure you into a false sense of security.
I know.
No, I
Breaking
came up here
news.
because he was feeling very insecure. He seems a whole lot more confident. He was very defeated. If you rewind to the beginning of the stream,
I have that effect on people.
he said he's done with wars and trying to talk to Trump, and he was seeming very defeated and depressed. And so I came up here just to try and cheer him up. And so he's got a lot of confidence right
How
now.
did he
So
do, Jack?
I'm rolling with it. I'm cool. I did my purpose.
Breaking
Good
news.
job.
Snafu's in the background. He wants up.
What's new?
Oh, McNemesis. God bless. I
Boy.
haven't seen this guy for a while, but you know what? Nemesis, nah, I don't feel like it. And Axis, I don't know what's going on with you. I'm not gonna take a chance. I'm not gonna bring you up either. Okay.
How many people are you keeping back there?
So far, just 2 right now.
Well, who's if that my bad, I thought you were Snaps.
Yeah, not Snafu. Nemesis, how are you?
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Hi there.
Shit, dude. I thought you wasn't gonna let me up.
He wasn't going to.
Should
Well,
I have not?
just disregard the last message in the back then because I got angry at you. But anyways, how's it going,
You
Jay?
have a bitch. Hope you die.
Like I said, I thought you wasn't gonna let me on. I got mad. I did get mad, and I apologize. But I just want everyone to know because of Jack, I stopped believing in fairy tales, stopped believing in God, and yeah, I became an atheist because of Jack, and he really enlightened me. Told me to start living in the now, stop living in the afterlife. So I said, "Fuck Jesus," fuck that shit. I live
Nemesis.
now.
Hey, Nemesis, if I didn't say this
Yeah.
to you before, hear me clearly. You are an idiot.
Why?
Okay? You are. The way
Why, Jack?
the conclusions you've come to are so absurd. You've got something wrong with you, dude, mentally.
Well, what you did was called ad hom attack.
Okay, call it what you want. I'm sorry.
It's not me calling it what I want. It's what it is.
Okay.
Like whenever you call someone an idiot, that's an ad hom attack. Has nothing to do
Well,
with the topic.
yeah, fools like
But
to find offense by the
he
truth.
wasn't making an argument out of it. He was just telling you you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Which
actually
is
an
an
ad
ad
hom.
hom attack.
Okay,
No, it's not. It's
Nemesis,
just an
tell you
insult.
what. Actually, thank you. And I didn't mean to interrupt. You're right. It is insulting, but and
But
maybe I
it's not
didn't
an ad
mean.
hominem. It's not in the right context.
Thank
It's
you.
not an ad hominem, it's an ad hom attack. There's a difference.
Breaking news. Hank, welcome to the broadcast. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad StreamYard's allowing me to show my camera today because they were doing that yesterday. Very annoying.
Can you turn it
We
back
can't
off?
really
Though?
hear you, Hank. I can't hear you, buddy.
I heard him.
McNemesis, you're
No,
not good at listening.
so Jack, now that I'm an atheist, remember when I used to come here and talk about Trump? I left that because of this, and I'm a libertarian atheist now.
Hey, actually, okay. I'm
Welcome
glad
to
you're
the club.
here. And you know what? I don't want you to walk away with the idea that you're an idiot because that's just my opinion. But
Jack, don't lie to him.
well, realistically though, Nemesis, you've got
Damn.
a pattern.
Are you gonna give me that grace, Jack? Fuck, man.
Well, I think you're a stupid son bitch.
That's
For
basically
whatever
what
you
Jack
believe.
said to me earlier.
I find your lack of faith disturbing, McNemesis.
Like,
But Mitch
I
is
mean,
Mitch is a
I'm an
scammer.
atheist because there is
what
no
are you talking about?
evidence of any of the claims in the
Nemesis.
Bible.
Nemesis,
Do you
as
understand?
Nemesis,
And let me be as calm as
if
I
you
can.
don't
I'm not
stop,
angry.
I know you're kind
Not
of
angry,
wasting.
Jack.
Well,
So don't.
you're pretty irrelevant. And Nemesis, something I recognized about you in the past, and I'm seeing it here again today. You have this pattern of identifying yourself with all these labels, and then you try to fit yourself into these labels. But dude, you're picking some poor labels, okay? You could do better. Try to be more like Christ rather than a libertarian or a conservative or whatever. Try to be a better man than just what you've been. How about that? Did you understand that? All right. I'm going to trust That's good enough. There we go. Actually, guys, I do feel like it is time to start wrapping up. I'm gonna dump us over to another stream, I think. But any final words? Thank you, Untrackable. Much love to you.
You gonna post
What
the
do you
link to the other stream?
Yes,
Is it like one you can go up on the panel, or?
I think so. It was last week. Yes, it is. To join the show live, it's that Jaronism and Landry thing. That's what I was talking about.
Sneer, sneer, sneer.
I know, I know.
What was that sneer about? You went up there last week. I didn't make it up.
I even said it like that too. Yeah. I joined it last week, and I like Jaron. He's a pretty sharp guy.
That silent. I saw that big gap there.
Yeah, didn't you have a follow up Landry 4 months ago, Jack? For some reason,
Didn't I have a what?
I follow up with Landry 4 months ago for.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think you were. I couldn't copy the disagreement. You just seemed like you were browbeating Landry for some reason.
He's pretty
God.
awful to work with.
Me?
Yeah,
It
No,
sounds like it.
well, Landry is pretty.
Landry.
Yeah, I could see Landry being hard to work with because he is a clown pretty often.
Well, speaking of giving shout outs to other YouTubers and whatnot, I seen a video, a YouTube short of Grace talking about how she used to pee her pants as a child.
Okay.
No cap. I seen a short of her talking about it.
Was it her short?
It was on her on another broadcast talking about it.
It's sweet. Hank still
don't-
pees his pants.
No.
Oh,
Anyway,
do you check it or something? Are you at the pants monitor?
I would. Are you kicking us out?
I think so. Yes, please. I appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks for having me up. I'm glad that I could advocate for Mitch and resolve YouTube's bullshit. I'm gonna do a stream a little later. Doing some economic stuff. I told you should have bought silver.
know.
But anyways, this is gonna be this year is gonna be wild economically. So I've been really just zoned into that stuff lately. And anyways,
Much
what
love.
did you just hold up, Daniel?
Silver coin.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still buying. A lot of people are thinking the market's turned around. I don't think it has. I just bought somewhere yesterday. So anyways, I'm gonna cover that later. Salute.
Peace and blessings. Thank you. I appreciate the support sincerely. Anyone else? I don't care.
I'm good.
All right.
You guys
Thank
have
you,
a good night.
Danielle, blessings to you. And
All right.
Mitchell, thank you sincerely. Okay.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the conversation. Honestly, no hard feelings.
None.
Right
No
on. man.
hard.
All right. Peace out, Jack. I'll talk to you soon, man.
You too. Respect to you. Brothers and sisters, sincerely, all who joined with us today, I do appreciate it. This this experience online, it is something. It is something. Brothers and sisters, we are that. I'm going to wrap it up. I've got a set. We're going to forward over for those who are willing. Please share some love after the raid, and otherwise I will wrap us up here. Brothers and sisters, thank you again. Until next time, choose love. Peace for everyone. Live without fear. God bless us all. Peace.